The Niger River is one of the major rivers in Africa, with a rich history tied to the rise and fall of several ancient civilizations, trade, and cultural exchange across West Africa. It is the third longest river in Africa, stretching about 4,180 kilometers, 2,600 miles, flowing through Guinea, Mali, Niger, Benin, and Nigeria, where it eventually empties into the Atlantic Ocean via the Niger Delta. Early history. The Niger River has been vital to the development of human settlements and trade in West Africa for millennia. Archaeological evidence suggests that human populations lived along the river's basin as early as 6000 BCE. The fertile floodplains of the river attracted early agricultural communities who cultivated crops and raised livestock, leading to the development of complex societies. The rise of ancient empires. From around the 4th century CE, the Niger River became a key artery for some of the greatest empires in African history. 1. The Ghana Empire, c. 300 to 1200 CE. The Ghana Empire, located to the north of the river, was the earliest known major empire in West Africa. While it did not directly encompass the Niger River, it benefited from the river's role in trade, particularly the gold-salt trade that connected the Sahel and North Africa. 2. The Mali Empire, c. 1235 to 1600 CE. The Mali Empire is perhaps the most famous civilization associated with the Niger River. Founded by the legendary king Sundiata Keita, it thrived along the river, with the capital city of Niani located nearby. Under Mansa Musa, the empire became one of the wealthiest and most powerful in the world, and the Niger River played a central role in its prosperity. The river facilitated trade and communication, connecting the empire's cities like Timbuktu and Djenné, which became hubs for trade, culture, and Islamic learning. 3. The Songhai Empire, c. 1430 to 1591 CE. Following the decline of the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire rose to prominence, also utilizing the Niger River. The empire's capital, Gao, was situated on the banks of the river. The Songhai controlled trade along the river, which remained a critical waterway for the transport of goods such as gold, salt, and kola nuts. The Niger also served as a strategic military resource, and the Songhai Empire grew to be the largest in West African history. Trade and cultural exchange. The Niger River was crucial to the trans-Saharan trade routes, which connected sub-Saharan Africa to the Mediterranean and Arab worlds. Goods such as gold, salt, textiles, and slaves were transported along the river and across the desert. The flow of people, goods, and ideas along the Niger contributed to the spread of Islam in West Africa, as scholars and traders brought religious teachings and Arabic literacy to cities along the river's banks. European exploration and colonization. In the 15th and 16th centuries, European explorers, mainly from Portugal, began searching for the source of West Africa's wealth, particularly its gold. The Niger River was long thought to flow eastward into the Nile, or to have some connection to other major rivers in Africa, a misconception that persisted for centuries. It wasn't until the late 18th century that the British explorer Mungo Park explored the river extensively. He undertook 2 expeditions, 1795 to 1797 and 1805 to 1806, confirming that the Niger flowed into the Gulf of Guinea and mapping much of its course. European knowledge of the Niger's geography helped pave the way for colonial powers to exert control over the region during the 19th century, as European countries carved up Africa during the so-called Scramble for Africa. Modern importance. In modern times, the Niger River remains crucial for the economies of the countries through which it flows. It supports agriculture, fishing, and transport, serving as a lifeline for millions of people. Major dams along the river, like the Kainji Dam in Nigeria, provide hydroelectric power and irrigation for farming. However, the river also faces environmental threats such as pollution, damming, and climate change, which pose challenges to the ecosystems and communities that rely on it. The Niger River thus has a profound historical and cultural significance, having shaped the rise of powerful empires, served as a conduit for trade and cultural exchange, and continued to sustain human populations in the modern era. The Niger River has been a source of life, prosperity, and cultural richness throughout history. It has witnessed the rise of great civilizations, facilitated trade and learning, and continues to support millions of people today. As we look toward the future, may we preserve and protect this vital waterway, honoring its legacy and ensuring its benefits for generations to come. Peace. Pas. Masalam.